Welcome to the City Current Show. I'm your host, Andrew Bartolotta. We're always honored to bring you inspiring stories of individuals and organizations making an impact, empowering the good in our community and around the globe. Today, we're talking about teaching the joy of dance with National Dance Clubs of Franklin's manager, Chris Rose. Chris, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Now, before we dance in to learn more about National Dance Club, give listeners an idea for your background.
I've been teaching for 28 years. I started when country was really popular, and I noticed that ladies really like the dance. And I kind of wanted to jump on that train a little bit because it made me stand out a little bit. And fell in love with it. I saw an ad that said country western ballroom. I thought I'd learn a little ballroom, and here I am 28 years later, taught over 30,000 dance lessons. I love to watch students learn.
That is so much fun. And how did that work out for you?
I have been doing it for a long time and everything goes great. I'm now married and have a little one, so that's always exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, talk about the long history of National Dance Clubs and what the mission of your studio is.
National Dance Club's been around since 1984. We have 4 different studios. We've been doing this for a long time. We taught lots and lots of people how to dance. It's a social studio as well as a competition studio. We are full service, meaning that we have private lessons, group classes, Friday night parties. We do shows, we do competitions, we travel around the world, we do a variety of different things, and we enjoy having that social place for them to come and just go out and just dance basic steps if they'd like also.
Very fun. Now, you mentioned that you are a full service studio. So let's break down some of the services that you offer. Let's talk about private and group lessons. Talk a little bit about what that offers there, and then we'll move into parties and couple dancing.
Right. Private lesson basically is one teacher with a single or a couple. There's other people on the floor than actually on your lesson. So it gives you an opportunity to kind of get that instruction with an instructor that's going to put you in the best possible situation you can be in. We make sure we make it simple and easy so that anybody can learn what they have desire to learn.
Very cool. Now, talk about the parties. What does that include, and how can people sort of learn about that?
The Friday night parties are basically it's your practice time. It's where we turn the lights down low, turn the music up high. Everybody dances. We have an awesome time. We do have an open bar, and you're welcome to drink as much as you like. You start tabletop dance, we'll have to ask you to leave. Not that we don't think you would be good. We're just close to a comic book store. Got a lot of kids go in and out of there. Not a good look to be next door to that. So it's a practice time, gives them opportunity to really come in and work on everything they've been practicing on their private lessons and group classes.
Now, talk about some of the shows that you offer.
We do multiple shows throughout the year. We do like a Christmas show, we do a spring show, and then we do our big show, which is Showcase, which we do in a theater somewhere. And we put it all together with the themes, so it comes across almost like a movie when you actually watch it.
Very cool. And now, what about the competitions? What are some of the competitions that you're involved in?
We have local competitions that we do, and then we also go to, like in February, we're going to Cocoa Beach, and then there's a dance cruise that's a competition that we're going to go on. So there's a variety of different places for them to go and enjoy themselves. And competition is great because it's like worth 100 hours worth of training because you can immerse yourself in it for a few days. So you don't do anything but work on your dancing.
I'm a huge fan of music and movement. Now, talk about how dancing is great for everyone, being a low impact, high energy form of exercise.
Well, we have a sprung dance floor, which means it's not like dancing on concrete or anything like that. The floor actually gives with your body some so that when you move, you don't get that impact through your ankles, your knees, and up into your back. So in the high energy part of it is you having to really move yourself, and you learn how to use from one foot to the next and basically creating body flight from one step to the next without it coming across as just steps where you're just landing on your foot.
Very cool. Now, what does a typical membership or attendance structure look like at National Dance Clubs of Franklin?
Well, you get started out. The first lesson is no obligation. You get to come in and we want to earn your business. You don't owe us anything. And then if you enjoy yourself, we offer a small block. We offer brand new people. Gives everybody a chance to come in and try us out and see if it's something you would really like. And when you very first start, you walk in and you look around so you actually want to stay there, and it's if something you enjoy. So we feel like that shouldn't be something you should be charged for. So you get to come in and try us out. And then what happens is we start to break everything down and you figure out the dances you really want to work on.
And so is there a sort of like a monthly membership, or ways that, how do people sort of have like a subscription with Dance Clubs of Franklin?
Basically, what it is that it's an a la carte type thing. So they can do private groups and parties. So they can buy as many of those as they would like. And then we do once they get past the first initial thing, we do a small memberships so that they can keep coming and practicing on the Friday nights. So that after they get into their dancing, if they keep their membership up, they'll always have a place to come and dance.
Talk about maybe a success story or two on someone that's come in feeling, you don't have to name names, but maybe has felt a little less confident and has really shown through their dancing abilities that they are confident and they're excited, but they're also exercising.
I've had students that literally they were dragging their leg coming in because their back having problems and stuff like that. So we're always working on pulling your body and holding yourself strongly so that you start to learn how to move, not just because with gravity always pulling down on you nowadays between computers, phones. When we get in the car, first thing we want to do is kind of relax into the seats and stuff like that. So we're always constantly working on holding your body and carrying yourself differently so that when people see you and you move stronger, people look at you in a different light and you feel better because your body is not settling on top of itself. So we've had tremendous amounts of people that come in and say, you know what, I just feel better when I get done taking a lesson. And it's not the same, oh, I'm going to the gym on the treadmill. This is something that we're excited for you to be here. We want you to come in and take your lessons, because if you're taking lessons, then you're going to get better and better. And as long as you're getting better and better, that you're going to enjoy yourself and you would like to continue your lessons.
Very well said. And it makes you sort of sit up even taller, knowing that there's so many benefits when it comes to dancing, and there's so many different types and styles of dancing. I know, let's sort of break some of those down. So you've got like American styles, international styles, social dancing, or just for fun. And you offer and teach over 20 different styles of dancing across national dance clubs. So talk about what are some of the other, give some examples of American styles of dancing.
Well, everything we do basically sets you up to be able to do any kind of dancing that comes on, because the first thing that we teach is lead and follow. We teach how to connect with a partner. Because I teach you all the patterns in the world, but they're no good if you can't dance with someone. So first thing we do is we work on connection with each other. And that's great for single ladies or single men to be able to get out and socialize with people, and especially for couples to come in that may be kind of in a rut. They've basically been together for many, many years and they're just looking for something to do differently. We have foxtrot, waltz, tango, rumba, cha-cha, swing. There's all these different kinds of dances. Then you have the international style, which has a lot of the same ones. It's just a different way of dancing them. But the main thing is that we teach how to dance with someone. The patterns and the dances themselves kind of work themselves out. But the main thing is learning how to create a connection with a partner, whether it be with a teacher or with a couple.
Very cool. Now talk about some of the packages you offer. There is a wedding and anniversary package. You have obviously birthday parties, team building exercises. Talk about some of those different events that you can offer.
Basically, if somebody wanted to come in and have a lesson, basically what we would do is we would find out what their desires are. What are they looking for? Because then I can kind of tailor make to what they're looking for out of their dancing. If they're looking to dance at a wedding, and so we would make sure that we would know what their wedding song is. So we could tell them, oh, this is a rumba, or this is a waltz, or this is a foxtrot. So we dictate kind of to where their learning is going to go according to what they're looking for. If they're looking for a date night, that's different than if they're looking for a wedding dance. If they're looking for exercise and they're a single person, that's going to be different than the wedding dance or whatever it may be. So the wedding packages are basically looking to work with someone who is wanting to do something for their first dance, or just to look comfortable at the reception or something like that. But for the most part, what we start them off with is just basic patterns, give them an opportunity to come in and learn how to dance together, especially as newlyweds or whatever it may be. They've never really danced together, especially nowadays, because nobody really dances together unless they take lessons for the most part, because after you hit a certain age, dancing around like Michael Jackson doesn't really fit a 55 to 60-year-old person, you know?
Yeah, I totally see that. And I'm thinking about my wife and I when we got married 5 years ago. We practiced, of course, in our living room, but then you get into the reception and you realize, oh my gosh, you have hundreds of people staring at you. And this is why it's great that y'all offer this wedding package, because you're able to say, hey, people are recording you, you've got pictures taken, and you're already a little nervous being up in front of people. So then to have someone say, listen, here, I'm going to give you dance lessons and y'all are going to be prepared. And then you come out and you just crush it. That would be such a great thing, instead of just, going in a circle, doing a few dips and just calling it, ending the song early. So
the prom hang where you waddle from one way, you get a good one, he can waddle the other direction. Now we want to make sure that you feel comfortable with everything that you're doing. That way, when you go out on your big day, it actually makes it easier for you to feel comfortable when you don't have to think about it. Your body just goes through muscle memory.
I love that, because 99.9% of wedding receptions do have dancing in the first dance. And so and I bet at least 75% of us or more don't just regularly dance. And so that's why what you offer for that package is so great and important. Now talk about your location in Franklin, where it's located, and a little bit about how long y'all have been there, and in Franklin, and sort of just the Franklin community as well.
Franklin is a beautiful area. We are right off of Murfreesboro Road, right next to the at-home store. Usually the ladies know where the at-home store is. We're right next to them, so they know where that is. But the main thing about where we are and how we're located is we are a community. The people here know each other. They live within 5 to 10 minutes of the studio. There's very few that live more than that. So a lot of people know each other when they get here. They go, oh, this is so-and-so. They went to my church, or this is so-and-so. I know them. This is my doctor, or this is my neighbor, or whatever it may be. What I love about this studio is the fact that we have so much support from Franklin, but we also have support from Brentwood and Murfreesboro studios also. So we go and visit the other studios on Friday night parties from time to time to have one big group party with a live band and stuff like that. So that's really cool also.
It's very cool to have those different communities come together, and to be able to have those studios across the Middle Tennessee footprint, to be able to bring them to come in, collaborate, and just have a good time. Talk about where people can go to learn more about National Dance Clubs of Franklin, and then book some dancing lessons.
Basically, you can look us up on our website, nationaldanceclubs.com, or you can look us up on National Dance Clubs Franklin on Facebook. But the easiest, quickest way, if you really want, is just to give us a call. And I would love to speak to you, because I feel that I can give you a lot of information that website doesn't give you, because I can figure out what you're looking for personally and give you that information at that point in time.
I think that's important as well. And that's a great point too, is that dancing can be so personalized. So being able to have that one-on-one conversation with you would be so beneficial. Lastly, what puts a smile on your face when you look at the work that you've been doing for nearly 30 years teaching dance?
I love to watch brand new people that come in and they never thought this is something they would be able to do or even had a desire to do. And their husband or wife has brought them in, they bought them a gift certificate or something like that. And you watch them struggle a little bit up front, and then you start to just click and they just start to move and their confidence changes and they get an opportunity to spend time with other people that enjoy doing the same thing that they are. Because after we hit a certain age, we don't play tennis and we don't just go out and play basketball and do all these things. And this gives them something that's highly energized, and it's a lot of fun. They say it's non-fattening, it's not illicit, so it's got to be fun for us, right? So they get to come in and enjoy just pure enjoyment of dancing with a partner and feeling like that person is enjoying dancing with them also.
Very well said, Chris. One more time, where can people go to learn more about National Dance Clubs of Franklin?
nationaldanceclubs.com, or they can look us up on our Facebook page. But I would really love for them to give us a call at 615-861-1142, because then they actually will get a chance to speak with me and I get an opportunity to find out exactly what they would like and put them in the proper position.
Chris, thank you so much for coming on the show.
I appreciate you so much.